the lab, huh?
Yeah.
Going inside a DEA lab with Special Agent Charge Bill Bodner. Fox 11 is allowed into the secret Southern California location where drugs obtained in DEA seizures are tested.
All of these contain fentanyl.
Fentanyl, the synthetic opioid, so powerful, the tiny amount you see next to this penny, 2 milligrams, can kill an adult.
So you can see an idea of how small of an amount that is.
And that's for an average-sized human being. When you're dealing with kids who are smaller.
It could be, a much lower dose.
Young people are being deceived. They're seeking out prescription drugs like oxycodone, like Xanax, like Percocet, and the drug they're actually being sold is fentanyl.
Investigators say that's what happened. In the case of 15-year-old Melanie Ramos, her body was found in the bathroom of Bernstein High School. Another 15-year-old student from one of the school's independent charters was arrested on suspicion of manslaughter for allegedly selling Ramos the fentanyl-laced pill that led to her death.
There is definitely a concerted effort by Sinaloa Cartel, Jalisco New Generation Cartel, to market drugs that look less threatening.
Brightly colored pills that look like candy. Again, compare the size with a penny.
One pill can kill. It has enough fentanyl in it. These have enough fentanyl in it that it could kill a human being.
Where do these things pop up?
They pop up everywhere.
Just to give you a sense, this was one raid, 258,000 pills. Each of those pills can kill one person. In essence, you could wipe out an entire city.
They're very easy for the drug cartels to produce, and it's really devastating us like no drug has in my time.
Because 258,000 pills is just a drop in the bucket. This lab is getting million pill seizures every week. And that's what gets through. It doesn't even count what is seized at border crossings, which added up to 8,500 pounds in the first 9 months of 2022. As for the DEA, they seized 10 million pills between May and September.
Fentanyl pills, 1 million pills into our community, 60 kilos of fentanyl powder into our community.
Blocks of powder fentanyl marked with imprints made by the dealers themselves, like trademarks from brands that have nothing to do with drugs.
So I personally call these the high-end fentanyls because you got the Maseratis, the Ferraris, Lamborghinis.
They look just like blocks of cocaine, which now is just as deadly.
We're seeing these, we're calling them drug-caused death clusters, a place where we'll see 5, 6, 7 people overdose in one weekend in one area from a drug. Generally, that's caused by either fentanyl mixed with cocaine or fentanyl mistaken for cocaine.
This is fentanyl.
This is definitely not cocaine.
Not cocaine, but fentanyl. Testing at the lab is done with special chemicals in a biosafety hood. They're wearing protective gear even for this tiny sample.
Fentanyl powder, it's very fluffy, is how I like to describe it. It's like powdered sugar when you open a bag of powdered sugar and it goes everywhere.
Narcan close by so that if any of us are exposed.
Most casual drug users will not go through this process to find out what's in the drugs they buy, let alone this. Highly specialized machines are used to find out what's in the colorful tiny pills.
Basically, I take half a tablet, I dissolve it in a solvent, I inject it on the instrument, and this is what it produces. So this right here is acetaminophen.
And yes, fentanyl, but in a different amount for each tablet from the same bag.
See how it varies in concentration?
Wow.
Some concentrations can be more, some can be less, so you really don't know what you're getting.
The bottom line here?
We're at a place now where we've never been before. We used to encourage people not to take drugs. Why? Because there was the fear of addiction. If you use a drug today, you could die today.
From Southern California's DEA lab, I'm Christina Gonzalez, Fox 11 News.